delve into the heartbeat of governance. A social contract was given and accepted. The golden era was birthed. Join us as we x-ray the Arise agenda of the Umoino administration with insightful analysis and captivating storytelling. The Right Platform takes you behind the scenes to explore the path of development in the state. Stay tuned for exclusive interviews, inspiring stories, and a front row seat to the positive transformation in Akwa Ibom State.
Mr. Governor, sir, I want to say that you started well.
The Right Platform is powered by the Mandate Eyes team.
Hello everyone, welcome to another exciting edition of The Right Platform, your weekly program that examines the progress in Akwa Ibom State under the leadership of Governor Umoino in bringing development and government closer to the people. I am delighted to be your host, Treasure Esop.
This is The Right Platform.
In today's episode of The Right Platform, we will take a close look at the incredible transformation unfolding in Akwa Ibom State under the leadership of Governor Umoino. We will explore the remarkable achievements and initiatives that have not only gained national recognition, but have established a benchmark for excellence, spanning from improvement in road infrastructures to educational infrastructure and rural development. Stay tuned as we delve into the collaborative efforts, accolades, and promising future that Akwa Ibom is poised to achieve.
In the heart of Akwa Ibom State, a remarkable transformation is underway, setting a benchmark for excellence. Governor Umoino's Arise agenda is forging an enduring legacy across various fronts, including good governance, fundamental education infrastructure, and rural development. These remarkable achievements have garnered recognition at the national level, shedding light on the burgeoning economic renaissance within Akwa Ibom. Recently, the impact of Governor Umoino's Arise agenda on the state's basic education infrastructure earned the well-deserved commendation of the federal government. During the past week, Governor Umoino welcomed Professor Tahi Maman, the Minister of Education, to Uyo, coinciding with the University of Lagos 1984 Law Class reunion. Together, they embarked on a tour of the refurbished Christ the King School, where he reiterated the need for the state and federal government to collaborate in revamping the primary education, healthcare, amongst other sectors, to the advantage of the states and country in general.
You know this phrase, catch them young? I think that's the basic reason why we are paying attention to education at the primary level, so that from that level you inculcate in the children the willingness to learn. And so if you miss that basic thing, whatever you build, that's the foundation. And again, you know, I'm a pastor, so Bible says if the foundation is faulty, what can the righteous do? So that's the foundation. It's like you're building a house. Your foundation determines how far the height will go. That's what it is. Federal and state government can collaborate. And a minister who is not on a regular official visit can do a detour and say, look, I'm here. It's about education. It's about our children, and come to see. And for that, we're extremely, extremely grateful.
Reiterating his passion for rural development, the governor stated that his target is to replicate the model school across all 31 local government areas in Akwa Ibom State. He added that the model propagation will be complemented with teachers' training to ensure a comprehensive transformation for primary education in the state.
It is we should be able to, by the end of this first term, to do one in each local government. That's our target. It's a very lofty ambition, but I always believe that where there's a will, there is a way. I am passionate about rural development, but you also know that education is the foundation. You know, lack of education carries with it a lot of danger. So our ambition is to see if we can do one, not just the building, furnish it, train the teachers, and ensure that we do a total facelift in our primary education.
During the tour, the Minister of Education, Professor Tahi Maman, said Governor Umoina's strides in the education sector align with President Tinubu's vision of reversing the decline in school enrollment, given the significance he places on education at the basic level. He acknowledged the need for collaboration between the local government, the state, and the federal government to work together towards their shared goal.
What I have seen here and the thinking and the policy of this government is fantastic. It cannot be anything better. His Excellency has his hands on the plow, as it were, by having these projects across the state and in a very integrated manner with health facilities, sports, teachers as well being attended to for training and retraining. And so this is just the right thing to do. And as for the federal government, education is on the concurrent list. So it's a collaboration between local governments actually, the states and the federal government.
In the same vein, Pastor Umoina has sought partnerships with corporate bodies and well-meaning organizations to expedite the construction of model schools, farms, markets, roads, healthcare facilities, and other laudable Arise Agenda projects. Governor Eno made this solicitation while accompanied by executives from Sterling Petrochemical and Fertilizer Limited during a facility tour of the Christ the King Model Primary School on Wellington Bassey Way, Uyo.
I took the opportunity to also ask them to support the Arise Agenda through corporate social responsibility by adopting one of our projects in the area where they operate. Whether it's a model school or health center or a market, we'd like to see something. Yes, they've done a lot from what I know, supporting the communities. That should continue. But we'd also like them to take a bold step. And not just them, but if we start with them, we'll talk with other corporate organizations to really have peace in Akwa Ibom. Our people must be gainfully employed. Our young people, our children must be well groomed because they are the future.
The Chief Executive Officer of the company, Mr. Mahit, acknowledged the giant strides of the Umoina-led administration within just a few months of its tenure, describing the initiative as remarkable. He affirmed the company's commitment to realizing the Arise Agenda, which focuses on grassroots development, and assuring that the company would undertake one of the projects to enhance the social environment of their areas of operation.
This government is less than 5 months old. In less than 5 months, to see what His Excellency has been able to achieve in this model school is simply remarkable. We are totally bought into His Excellency's Arise Agenda. We are going to evaluate the projects that will come in each of the LGAs, and I'm committing to His Excellency today and to all Akwa Ibomites that we will take one or more projects in Akwa Ibom. Right now, we are doing projects in Eastern Obolo, on the western axis and eastern axis of Eastern Obolo, but our footprint is across Akwa Ibom, and we commit that we will create development over here, we will create infrastructure and help the social environment for Akwa Ibomites to benefit.
The Chief Emeka Anyaoku Lecture Series on Good Governance held its 12th series at Ibom Hall in Uyo, Akwa Ibom State. Governor Umoino, who was a guest speaker at the event, emphasized accountability as a cornerstone of good governance, reaffirming his commitment to delivering democratic dividends to the people through the Arise Agenda blueprint of his administration.
We here in Akwa Ibom have decided to do the best we can to follow that path of old, to ensure that our government remains accountable to the people, accountable because the people, we hold this office in trust for the people, and we submit and subject ourselves to answer questions at any point in time. We just don't want to keep paying money and paying bills and paying bills and paying bills. I really want to begin to see where these funds are going, what it seeks to achieve. And because I told him, I said, you know what? Every day I wake up, I know that I am accountable to the people. And I told him, I said, I want our commissioners to begin to step out and say the things they are doing in their ministries. Let the people hear. Let them talk about the ministry that they are in charge. These are ways of trying to be accountable, to let the people know that we are not in office for ourselves. There are about 7.9 million people in this state, and it's a sacred responsibility, sacred trust that God has put us here by His grace, and that we need to each day show to the people that we're here to serve them.
At the event, Governor Umoino announced plans to flag off the One Per Local Government project, which would be completed within 2 years. The governor also reiterated plans to establish a medical corridor between the 4 Points by Sheraton Hotel in Ikorekmene and Ibom Specialist Hospital in Uyo, offering renal treatment services.
In the next few days, we'll be flagging off the 31 projects chosen by the local government because we want them to own those projects. So they chose the projects they want for their local government. And this is not just going to be the end. We believe that within 6 months we should be able to execute those projects and then go around again to choose another set of projects. Our vision is that within the first 2 years, we should be able to have at least 4 projects in the 31 local government areas of our state. Because we've given 6 months window to finish each one of them. That way we create jobs in the local government and we try to enrich and enhance the livelihood of those local governments.
Chief Emeka Anyaoku, a first-time visitor to the state, commended Pastor Umoino's dedication to healthcare delivery, education, agriculture, and in grassroots development. He noted that Akwa Ibom has set the template for good governance in the country.
When the organizers approached me and told me that they were thinking of Akwa Ibom State, luckily this was a few days after I had seen on a television program His Excellency the Governor of Akwa Ibom State speaking about his emphasis on education, his emphasis on how to deploy the resources of the state to education rather than luxuries. And I was so impressed that I said to them, yes, Akwa Ibom. And of course, I took greater interest in Akwa Ibom. This is my very first visit here. I've never come to Uyo or Akwa Ibom before. And the more I took interest in Akwa Ibom, the more I read about the Arise agenda of the governor, and the more I followed his activities in the couple of months that he's been in office, the more I felt confirmed in my decision to agree to the proposal that this lecture should be in Akwa Ibom.
The chairman on the occasion, Professor Enefyok Isien, highlighted the suitability of Akwa Ibom State as the event location, citing the state's commitment to good governance as evidenced in its inclusive project distribution and the composition of the State Executive Council.
Governance is an imperative is simply to state the obvious. Those of us who have been students of sociology will probably be familiar with the phrase that sometimes you can have a painful elaboration of the obvious. And this is the thing that is clear when you say good governance is imperative. Without good governance, we cannot make any progress.
Akwa Ibom State Governor Pastor Umoino has received numerous accolades and awards, with the latest recognition coming from the Apostolic Church Nigeria, Ikonofield, Akwa Ibom State Territory. Apostle Samson Igwe, the National President of the Apostolic Church, presented the Beacon of Hope Award to the Governor during a service marking the Ikonofield Annual Convention and the dedication of the ultra-modern field headquarters temple of the church in Nogam, Ikono local government area. In his speech, Governor Umoino appreciated the Apostolic Church and the entire Christendom for acknowledging his achievement, assuring that he would use the Arise Agenda blueprint to transform the landscape of the state with concrete development projects that have a significant impact at the grassroots.
This is the church where I belong, and thank you so much for the support that the church gave us during the last election that has made it possible for one of you to become a governor. I came to thank you, and thank you so much. Thank you the choir, thank you the youths, thank you the witnesses, thank you the men, the women, thank you our fathers for the prayers and for your body language. Even though you didn't say anything directly, but my sheep hear my voice and they follow me. The sheep heard your voice, the sheep knew your body language, and we thank you. Thank you so much.
The immediate past governor of Akwa Ibom State, Mr. Udom Emmanuel, who received a Pillar of Development Award for his contributions to church development and evangelism, lauded the church leadership for their dedication to serving God and humanity.
So I really want to thank God that we are all one in Christ. And today, God's name be glorified. And I'm also happy with the convention, the national president coming with his dear wife, coming into this our area. The last time I was here was when we came here to commission the roads with the lights, street lights, and I charged the youths. I said, please, if one pole of this light will miss, I'm sure government will not reach this area again. I think I'm happy. When I was driving through today, I think it seems all the poles are still standing. Chairman, am I correct? All the poles are still standing. I'm sure the present governor had noted. Because if you are faithful in a little, it shows that you can be faithful in much. And I'm sure more will be given.
Earlier, the facilitator of the Field Headquarters Building Project, Justice Inyang Okoro, expressed appreciation to Governor Umoino for gracing the occasion. He also appreciated Mr. Udom Emmanuel, the immediate past governor, for his enormous support towards the building project, as well as construction of access roads to the church and the community.
I want to thank God for men and women that God has used to put this together. First on the list, I want to thank immediate past governor of this state, Udom Emmanuel. He was a very strong pillar that helped us to put this together. I don't want to tell you how much he gave, but he gave us something beautiful. And I want to also thank God for him and thank him also. If this house was built inside a forest, the beauty would not come out. It was the governor that built this road so that this house will come out. I cannot stop saying it because this road was not included in the road he wanted to build. But the commissioner he sent to come and check that road, he said, is that not church? I said, it's church. He said, governor will not commission that road if we don't build additional road to include where this church is standing. And through the time, when we reported back to him, he said that he couldn't have come to commission this road if the one where this church is standing was not included. God bless you, sir. I want to thank the new governor that has accepted to be here. He's one of us, but now he's owned by so many people. But anytime we call on him, he still remembers that he's one of us. Thank you, sir. In spite of your busy schedule, you decided to honor us and honor God. God will continue to honor you. And to
Akwa Ibom State stands as a shining example of visionary leadership, progress, and partnership. Governor Umoino's Arise agenda, marked by its transformative strides in governance, education, and rural development, has garnered national recognition, illuminating the path towards a brighter future. The collaborative efforts between the state and the federal government, corporate bodies, and well-meaning organizations, along with the commitment to accountability and the welfare of the people, signal a promising journey towards prosperity and inclusive development. As the state continues to set the standard for good governance and celebrate its leaders' dedication to service, the future of Akwa Ibom holds great promise.
This is the right platform.
Thank you for tuning into this week's episode of The Right Platform. Today, we explore the incredible strides and collaborative efforts in Akwa Ibom State, led by Governor Umoino, From improvements in educational infrastructure to rural development, we have seen the state's dedication to excellence and inclusivity. As we conclude this week's edition of The Right Platform, remember that the future of Akwa Ibom State is filled with promise and potentials. So stay informed, stay engaged, and stay inspired. Until next week, The Right Platform was brought to you by the Mandate Eyes in collaboration with the Senior Special Assistant to the Governor on Research and Documentation. I have been your host, Treasure Esop. See you next week.